Hey, I'm Donovan. How is everybody doing today? Sorry we're a little late. For some reason, I just decided I need to restart my computer so we'd have a good signal, and then everything audio and camera went bazooka. So StreamYard's frustrating me. So I've got these little ear things in because, you know, some of the smart guys on here said, why don't you put some headphones in? Thanks, Scott and Steve. So here we go. It's going to be an interesting show today. Hello, Ashley Ratliff and Brad and Diana and Doreen. Thanks for being here early. So here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to see if our creators can come on during the roundtable today, and we can ask them questions and talk to them that way during the roundtable section. Our second creator could be late. He's driving through bad weather at freezing temperatures, but he says he's going to try to make it. So hopefully we'll put him second and we'll be able to see him also. And let's see, Steve's here. Great to see you. Thank you so much for submitting a video. And listen, don't feel like you can't send more videos. Just, it doesn't matter if you've been on here 5 times or 10 times. We need your help. And as I finish the interview, I'm just going to bring these guys up. How you guys doing?
Oh, you're talking about me. I'm trying to type over here.
Oh. I don't even know how to turn volume down on these.
I haven't even put my Christmas decorations yet. Am I the only? I'm sorry. I haven't put my Christmas decorations away yet. Am I the only one? Have y'all done it already?
I did it 4 days after Christmas.
We were still out of town. We just got back.
I needed the room. It takes up. I got too much Christmas stuff. I had to have room back.
Well, you got like 67 Advent calendars.
Well, we never take ours down until after January 1st.
Well,
so are they down now?
What date? What's the date?
It's the 4th.
Yeah, we never take ours down until the 5th.
Oh. Yeah, that's good. I take mine down the day after Steve. I always wait. I usually wait for Martin Luther King Day or spring break, somewhere in there. Maybe summer vacation. I'll get them down.
How about you people in the chat room? Have you got your Christmas stuff down yet, or are you, procrastinators like these two?
Diana's saying we're not procrastinators. We're just being proper, because that's how they did it in Downton Abbey, and that's how we're going to do it. We wait till Epiphany.
Oh my gosh, really? You think you're royalty? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. You can just call me sir.
So this is how this place works. You submit a video, we give it compliments, constructive criticism, and then we give a couple minutes each to review what we just saw. Then we watch the video again. Then we do a little round table. And today we're going to try to have the creators join us if they can. I don't know, Steve, you could, Steve, where are you?
What, you talking to me?
Desert Adventures in Arizona, Steve. Sorry.
Oh,
not the lizard. I mean, turtle. Let us know if you think you're going to pop on for that, and I'll watch for you in the basement there. So at the top of the chat is the email address, as most of you know, so please submit videos. So today we have Steve from Desert, God, I always have trouble saying it, Desert Adventures in Arizona, and we are planning on having Kone travel vlog today. So this should be a good show. Scott, who are you?
I'm still typing.
Oh, Steve, who are you?
I'm Steve Turtle. See, look. Oh, wait, hold it. Right there. Steve Turtle.
Always the opposite, right?
Yeah, it's always the opposite. That's right. Steve Turtle. Yes. I am a pioneer. I'm a panhandle pioneer settler.
You're poor?
Yeah. So I was a
Oh,
work
not that
camper.
kind of panhandler. I'm sorry.
No, not the curbside.
Oh.
I was a work camper, and then I found this place, and then we became pioneer settlers. And now we got to work for our living. I mean, it's hard down here in settler land. I mean, you don't just wake up and go to the faucet and turn your water on. You got to go out, chop your wood, bring it in, start your fire, heat your water up, and then you get water. But it's rough. Yeah.
It sounds like living in Edgemont, South Dakota. I went through that for a little while. It was crazy.
It is. I never thought that if I was going to be here, I had to act like a pioneer, but oh my goodness. But anyway,
Scott, who are
I
you?
think I'm going to do a video.
Scott, are you done typing?
Yeah, I just finished typing. It took me 6 minutes and 26 seconds to get that up there, but now I've got a comment in the chat. I'm proud of myself. I'm Scott from McGuire's on Tires. My family and I like to travel around and find adventures. And here lately, our videos have been focused on family challenges and different ways, unique ways to explore different areas. We just put out a video where we were at the beach, and to entertain ourselves at the beach, we kept challenging each other to silly things to do. But now we're back, and we actually spent between Christmas and New Year's, we went to a state park in South Carolina, had a great hike halfway up a trail. And at that point, I realized I was on the wrong trail. So we hiked back down, and that was a good 5 miles. And then we went to our next destination, which was for us the first time that we've been to Helen, Georgia. I know lots of folks have already been there, but we got to experience Helen, Georgia for the first time. And Carrie found a beautiful hike to probably the largest waterfall I've ever been to. I think it was 150 feet of water up in the air. It was gorgeous. But that was our New Year's Eve hike, was a beautiful waterfall. And now we've hiked all the way back to South Carolina, and we are enjoying being home. How about you, Donovan?
So you're that close to New York, and you've never gone to the big waterfall there?
Well, I know it sounds like I'm from the New York area, but I'm actually my
I didn't say that.
My neutral accent might fool you, but I'm actually in South Carolina. That's where I'm from.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's hard to tell. No.
So Donovan RV on the Wayside, we make silly videos. They used to be travel videos. Now we just try to make you entertain you a little bit so you can make fun of us. This was my Christmas present come to life.
Sorry,
I know you can't see it. Oh, that's all right. He'll be fine. You can't see it, but it's a chia pet.
I love it.
So that was very cute. That was from my daughter. And another thing I want to tell you about, Casey Neistat has a film class. And I just put the link into the Facebook page. Now, this isn't me selling you anything, but I want you to know, if you would like to sign up for the February 21st 1-month class, it's a little tiny assignment each day, and you end up making 2 videos through his instructions and how he films and the things he tries to build and how he story tells. I did sign up, so I put the link in the Facebook page in case anybody else wants to join me. It's $250 for a month class, but you keep the material forever. And well, whatever forever is on the internet. And but you do get $20 off, and yes, they'll give me a discount of $20 if you sign up with the link that I put in there, but that's not the point. The point is we could take it at the same time. So any of you that are even thinking about doing it, we can do it at the same time. So every day there's an assignment. We could even get each other's phone numbers and text and talk about what we're doing, and we can work together even though you're going to be put in groups of 20 people. I don't know if they'll put us together or how that works, but it could be fun. So anyway, just wanted to point that out, and that's out there if you want to take a shot at spend a little money, but hopefully learning a lot of cool stuff. Let's hit a video because
Hold on,
I know we're getting behind.
Are you
What?
Whoa! Scott has a question.
February 21st and March 21st, we could actually expect 2 videos from your channel.
I knew. I tried to get out of that.
That would be amazing.
I know 2 in 1 month. That would. Yeah, it's just gonna be unreal.
He didn't say he was gonna post them. He said he's just gonna make 2 videos.
That's true. That is so true. I do have videos pre-made but not finished. Oh,
I get it.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Hey.
What?
The Southern Arizona Smelting Company, or SASCO for short, was formed on August 10, 1906. Due to some initial financial problems, work did not begin on the new smelter until the summer of 1907, and it was completed in February 1908. When the smelter was finished, work on the town and the efforts to attract settlers were undertaken. Soon the town of Sasko was home to a residential neighborhood.
Scott, what do you think of that?
I think his videos have come so far. I really like the B-roll. I like that there was a really cool moment in there where he was about to start his drone footage, and we saw him starting his drone. I mean, that takes planning to say, okay, let me set up a camera so that I can raise my drone up in the air. We watched the drone go up, and then bammo, we're looking from the drone. It was really cool. 2 things I think I would change in here. One, there was one little clip that was not full screen. It was like it's like an up and down clip, I think. So there was some black on the edges. I think if you zoom in on that, it'll look like you filmed it full screen. But I was trying to figure out if there was a reason, like in the planning, maybe you planned to do it for a certain reason, but I didn't see it tie into anything else. So I think it might have just been an accident, an oversight. I would have changed that. But the thing that I think would make a huge impact on your retention and try to get rid of a drop off is you gave us 3 seconds of telling us what the channel was. Then you gave us, I think, 5 seconds of showing us the place you're going to. And then you start taking us there with the cool Jeep shots. And that was really cool. I think what I do is reach farther into the video, not even the minute we watched, farther down, pull in some of that stuff, put that immediate. As soon as somebody clicks and the video starts, we see some of the ruins. We see just a couple of cool shots, just even 3, 4, 5 seconds worth, then go into what you started with there. I think that as a viewer, that would intrigue me more than seeing your logo for 3 seconds and then the picture for another 5 seconds. If you could have drawn me in with, here's where we're going, here's what you can expect to experience. And it may be that I have to wait 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes to see that actually play out, but it gives me something to look forward to. So that's my huge suggestion for the start of your video, is maybe pull some of the action to the very beginning. How about you, Steve? What'd you think?
Sorry, had to find my mute button. I agree with Scott. I think it was about 10 seconds of video in the very beginning, and you're not talking. The video's good, but it's sort of your brand, and then a little bit of some video, and really not a hook, not something that I go, wow. So maybe if you put some of that video from the tail end of the video in the front, it maybe brought a little more interest. But then it was about 27 seconds before we even started talking. And we've talked about this a little bit on the show. How does that affect your retention rate if you're just showing video and you really don't have any engagement with a person's voice? Are they skipping ahead and things like that? I do love the fact that it's sort of like Donovan was talking about, the Casey Neistat techniques, where you see the Jeep drive over the camera and all that good stuff. I like that. I like that whole little bit. But I don't know. I love the drone angles, some of the shots, but I thought some of the shots were a little jerky. Now, I don't have a drone, but you know, when the drone's flying and the camera's not moving, it's sort of a steady picture. But when you start to tilt that camera, and I don't know how it works, but it sort of looks a little jerky. I thought it was a cool technique to fly through the hole, as you're talking about the mine or Sasco thing. But yeah, I actually thought it was not as good as some of his others. But I still think Steve's come a long way, and I think he's does a real good job. And I've got one more comment, but I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it for the, what do they call that thing? Roundabout?
The loop-de-doo?
Loop-de-doo. Yeah.
Circle in your head.
Round head tape thing. All right.
Yeah.
I'm out.
So wonderful music choice. Again, I don't know. There's something about that style of music that just fits you, Steve, and I absolutely love it. I love that you used old photo shots and mixed seamlessly in with the current shots. It was almost like it brought us back in time when you got ready to start telling the story. We were already in the mode to be an old time ghost town, right? We were already in that mode. So that was excellent. I thought you set the mood wonderfully that way. And I absolutely loved getting into the car all the way to the drone. And yeah, I keep saying it's a Casey Neistat thing. It's not his, but I think he made it famous. Okay. I mean, that's his gig. That's what makes him just separates himself a lot. Now I know it's not just his, because if Dave was here, he'd have to say it like every time we mention it. But now Casey Neistat does the 1 second or less clicks. Yours were a little longer, but they still told the story, and we still felt like we were going with you. And I just loved it. Really great job on that. So drone shots. More steady shots, less choppy. So let's talk about that. That's the only thing I could think of so far. I didn't mind no hook. I was already kind of sold just from the nostalgia. So for me, the no vocals for once really worked for me. I was ready to get into this mix of old and new. That was just working. So the drone shots. When you went in and you did the first curve around, you did a drone shot that was curved. It was super smooth. It was beautiful. Wonderful drone shot. And then when you got down into the stack, you kind of moved a little bit and you could see it adjusting. And then you went out. I'm going to talk about that shot in the round table. And then when you were flying over, take just straight segments and then maybe back it up and do another straight segment, and then just use clean ones. Because every time you move, you took us out of that emotion. You just put us in. Now we feel modern technology kicked in, when before you had us in the old time thinking. So that's the only thing I didn't like about the jerky drone, was it made me feel like I just left where you put us in back in time. I just got pulled right back out to the current time. So that's about the only thing I had for that. Let's kick this again.
The Southern Arizona Smelting Company, or SASCO for short, was formed on August 10, 1906. Due to some initial financial problems, work did not begin on the new smelter until the summer of 1907, and it was completed in February 1908. When the smelter was finished, work on the town and the efforts to attract settlers were undertaken. Soon the town of Sasco was home to a residential neighborhood.
So you want to go first, Steve, or you said you had something else?
Well, I was reading through the description, and I don't think he in his narration he said this, but I was reading through the description, and there was Spanish flu outbreak in the 1918, 1919. I don't know. I'm thinking when I saw that, and I'm thinking of our current situation in the United States, it may have been a little clickbaitish, but if you'd have talked a little bit about that, that might create a lot of interest in the video right up front. But I guess Sasco was closed, and then it opened back up, and then it had a problem with the Spanish flu, and there were a lot of people that died. They had to close for the second time. But just in thinking with our current situation and people clicking on oh, flu, pandemic, then again YouTube could cancel you. Who knows?
Steve, you want to welcome him? I'll pop him in.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Steve, how are you?
Hey guys, thanks for having me up.
Well, thank you, sir.
So the piece I was holding back on was, I love that you took us down in the tube. I mean, that had to make you a little nerve-wracked. Anybody who's got a drone, that makes you nervous. A little
Yeah, it
gust
was.
from that hole that we didn't know was there until you went down in it. Wonderful. So here was my suggestion. And I do this a lot. You don't see a lot of drone footage in my videos, but when I do, I use this same technique a lot. I go in reverse. So I would have filmed coming in to the thing and stopping and then straight up. And then I play it in reverse on the video. So it looks like I did all that. And it makes it look like, man, I'm a hell of a pilot. When I really was going the safest route to get the same shot.
Yeah, good idea.
I think, Steve, I think you weren't in the chat for a moment when I was talking earlier, but I really liked your use of B-roll, and I really liked watching you get the Jeep going. We were going on an adventure. It was really cool how we saw you start the drone, and then we went right into the drone footage. That was really good editing. I liked that a lot. There was one shot where it was squeezed in, and there was black on the outside of the shot while we were about to get in the Jeep. And I didn't know if that was intended to tie into something else and I didn't catch it, or if that was just something where we could have cropped that in. Was there something
that was a GoPro that I had mounted sideways on the side of the Jeep. So it ended up with a portrait type image. Mm-hmm. That's why it was black on the sides. And I debated whether to use it or not, but went ahead and did it anyway.
What do you edit with?
I'm sorry?
What program do you edit your video in?
Same as you, iMovie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you go up to the crop tool, you can crop out that black part. Now, you'll lose part of the image, so you got to pick where it's going to be. But
okay.
You could get rid of the black by doing that.
Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah.
And make sure it's cropped, because the other one is actually, I forget what it's called. What is it called, Scott? Because they're right together.
You mean Ken Burns, your favorite?
No, that's the third one. There's 3 of them in that section.
Phil.
The first one you don't want. You want the second one, and that'll actually crop it down to this size screen.
Yeah. It's called Phil or Fit.
Okay.
Phil or Fit.
Yeah, Fit. And that'll be wide. You want this middle one to get it to look just like the rest of your movie. And it does work. But like he said, you might lose a little top and bottom doing it, but sometimes it's worth it, and sometimes it's not. But man, I love the fact that you mounted it there. I love the fact where the Jeep went over and you timed it perfectly when you changed the angle. Just, it was fun, man. I really enjoyed that. He has a snapshot. I'll bring it up while you're talking.
It's a little bit of work, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, it took me a while to get that timing right.
Right.
Well, it's turned out great. That was a great one. I wondered about that. Awesome.
So he sent this to us. I forgot to send it to you guys ahead of time. I'm sorry about that. So he had this 25% like in the first few seconds, which is really weird to me. I'm not sure what that was. And that just might be a lot of people clicking through your videos too. But and then I love the peaks. Is that where they're skipping ahead or something and then watching a little more and then skipping ahead again, do you think?
I don't know.
I like to go into mine, and you can click on it and watch the video as the line passes over. And they tell you it's not exact. It might be within a little range, but I like to look at the peak and scroll over and see what's happening there. And in my videos, I realized it was when our face is on the screen and somebody's talking to the camera. So we started putting more of that, and now our line looks like this all the way across. So whatever those peaks are, do that more in your video.
Yeah, because you don't peak much.
Yeah. Oh, shut your pie hole.
Now I have a comment.
Yes, sir.
Now you guys have talked about putting your hook up front, and you notice in all my videos, I do my intro and then I try to do a hook after that. I'm going to flip that and try to put my hook up front. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a video where I locked myself in my RV because my latch broke. And so Hiromi and I filmed that yesterday, and I'm poking my head out the window saying, oh no, I'm locked in. I had to recreate it, but that's what's going to lead. That's the hook that's going to lead my next video. And then I'll put my little intro in after that. And then I'm looking forward to comparing the graph that you just looked at versus, the next one. So that'll be interesting to see how that works.
One other thing I would challenge you with, this is what I've been working on, and I certainly haven't mastered it, but we're trying some different things. Shut your pie hole down there, Steve. Anytime we go,
come here.
try my remote control here. It's not working. Anytime we go somewhere and we're just providing facts about the place, somebody who's specifically searching for the facts about the place is going to watch that video all the way through. But if somebody just says, well, let me see what Steve's doing over in Arizona today, I click on it and I go, I don't care about those tubes, and I'm off to something else. But if you can put some Steve story into that video to make me, like at the beginning, give us something that's at stake. I really want to go see this place, but I got to get back for supper. So I got to make sure that I stay on track. And then I'm going to keep watching just to see if you make it back for supper or not. And it doesn't have to be like the whole video, just a little 2 sentences to give us some insight into Steve's life. Or like I heard somebody talking about it today. I was listening to a podcast to learn more about it. And they said, if you're doing a video just about how to do your taxes and your dog walks in, don't cut that out. Take a second and go let the dog out and then come back to the video. And it's only like 2 to 3 seconds of a video, but now you've taken something dry and boring like taxes and you've inserted a dog. And I go, well, I've got a dog and he handles his dog. And so the next time I'm searching for tax information, oh, there's the guy I watched before. I remember him with the dog. And it's just one more thing to make it human. I would suggest if you can find ways to put just a little bit of human Steve in with the facts that you're given, I think you'll see people flock to it more.
That's a canine, not a human. Gee, man, you got to teach him everything.
I think. What?
Go ahead, Steve. I'll go last.
I think it's very important. Of something that Steve said is that he's going to try something different and see how your analytics look. So you know what you've got now, and let's do something different. And maybe it doesn't work, but at least you play around with it, and you can come back to your analytics and go, that worked. Or you can say, nah, I'll try something else. But the fact that you're doing that makes me think that you care about your videos and you're interested in, making them good videos with good retention and things like that. I think play around with it. That's the number one. Don't be afraid to toy around with things.
And my last thought, Steve, was instead of using your still image with your name of your channel on it, and since you're using iMovie, why not just put a title over your actual live scene of your name of your channel so it's right part of the story and there's no break in the story, no break in what you filmed. It just kind of adds it, put it in a weird spot sometimes or something, or straight across the top so it doesn't affect and just slide that in and let it slide back out or however you want to do it. But instead of like breaking back to, the sequoias, the saguaros, saguaro cats.
Okay.
Shut up, turtle. And just maybe try that too, because that way you're not actually going to break the trend of you were doing old and we're really into the desert part here. You stay right with it that way. You might do that, and then you don't have to actually insert it.
And you can,
yeah, I'll play around with that. That's a great idea.
You can do that the same way you do your B-roll. You just sit it. Here's your clip you're working with. You can sit that picture right on top, and then select
The
that
title.
picture, and you can go up and call it a picture-in-picture. It's like a drop-down menu. If you say this picture is a picture-in-picture, you can then move it on the screen wherever you want it. And like Donovan said, your story keeps going, and we go, oh, okay, this is Desert Adventures, and we don't lose anything. Donovan, that's a great idea.
Man, Steve, thanks for coming on. Is there anything you had for us real quick? We love having your videos. Thank you so much.
Anything that that you're asking me? I'm having trouble hearing you. It's a little choppy, but I appreciate.
I just didn't know if you had a question for us.
No, I picked up a few things tonight. I always try to pick up something from you guys, and every single show I learn something. And so I try to apply it. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 videos down the road, but I always try to apply it. And I've learned so much from you guys. I'm trying to come up with an alter ego like Mr. Turtle has. And so far, I haven't been able to figure anything out. You know, I've looked at Homer and Henry and 2 or 3 others, and I've interviewed a lot of alter egos, and I haven't found one I'm willing to hire yet that's quite as good as Mr. Turtle's.
Oh, that burns me up.
That's awesome, Steve. Hey, thanks so much for coming. And by the way, what I learned from you is when you show a scene and then you walk into it, I never think that way. I always like, oh, I got to cut right to me talking. Sometimes it's cool when you show a background and you walk in like you did on the last video you submitted. So that's been in my head to use at some point. So thank you for that. We're all learning together.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
appreciate it very much.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Bye. All right. Should we check out our next video?
Yeah.
Oh, we have another one?
What?
I want to tell y'all my computer's about to die, so I'm running to get my charger. I don't want y'all to think that the rapture happened and y'all didn't make it. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Welcome to the Texas Family Camping YouTube channel.
I wonder why we played that for that.
Was,
All right, here we go. I know he's watched these because I actually got them done in a decent time today.
Oh.
This is Alberta, Canada. I was born here. A country that is harsh in winter, but when summer arrives, it's magical. It's a hiker paradise with 2,619 hiking trails. This year, we did over 20 hikes, and here are our top 10 favorite hikes of 2021. Number 10, Troll Falls.
Wow. I mean, wow.
Makes you want to go there,
Awesome.
right?
I know. Well, there's so many things I'm wound about, and actually going there isn't one of them, but I'm going to talk about it in a second. Go ahead, Steve. Tell us what you're thinking.
Well, first off, here's what I got to say. I'm not fond of the snow. And when I see videos with snow, man, it makes me cold. I want to put a coat on right now. It looked cold up there. And at one point they said March, and it was like snow everywhere and ice, and oh my goodness. No, I'm joking around. I don't like snow. However, I love his videos. They're almost like a movie, you know, with the whole presents, but there's something about his videos that music will make you feel the video. And I find that very moving for me, that cinematic music that builds, and you know, the transitions in the times is just perfect. And he's probably got a really snazzy camera because the video looks really good. And you know, Canada is a place that has so much scenery. I mean, every video you watch is just beautiful. I mean, the contrast between the snowscapes and the trees and everything. I love it. I love it a lot. And I think, you know, there's not really a hook so much, but in this particular case, the top 10 hikes is a very strong hook in the title itself. And I should have looked at the thumbnail, but I did not. But it's something. Anytime you put a number to your title, it seems like it draws well, because people want to know what those 5 things are, those 10 things are. And the fact that he put 10 best hikes out of 20 over the course of 2021, I thought was pretty awesome. And I think the number of views shows that in his video count. That's all.
I agree with Steve. Anytime I watch Kone's videos, one, the color and the quality is gorgeous, and two, I feel like I'm watching a movie. All of the elements are there. The sound, the video. I feel like I'm there with you. I mean, it's incredible. I love it. I think one piece of advice I'd give to this one is take a couple of those shots of the 10, and just a couple of them, and put right at the beginning what we did as we were going into the words and we saw "This is Canada." I think as we were going into the words, we could have seen here's number 7, here's number 3, here's number 2. We don't need to know what number they are, but just show us some shots of what we're about to see, and then that could fade into "This is Canada," and then go from there. And I've said that on both videos tonight. That is the style that I am using right now. I was telling my wife just a little while ago, all 3 of us have different styles when we do our videos, and we give similar feedback. But, you know, I keep saying, and y'all keep punching me in the throat about it, but I really am still the newbie. And so I can only give advice on what I do, the way I would do it. And it's for my audience. It's for my demographic. They are fast cuts at the beginning of what's about to come up. And then here's the video. Let's watch it. And Kone's, I bet if you look at Kone's avatar or Kone's average viewer, it's an older, his viewer is probably older than my viewer, and they want the clips to happen more slowly. And I mean, he's reaching his demographic clearly. But like I said, the only feedback I know to give is how I do it. I would have shown a couple of the things that are coming up to give me a reason to go, oh yeah, I want to see what number 3 looks like. But I mean, I'll say it again. Your videos are always gorgeous. They're great to look at, and they're great to listen to. Just fantastically edited. You do such a great job. What do you think, D?
You're just absolutely wrong, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, you were right about being wrong. That's the best part. Just kidding. Okay. Great title. Great shots and the way they come up. That music swelling the way it did, and you were wrong too, Steve. That ice is beautiful. The snow was beautiful. They did some of their hikes in the wintertime, which means you're going to see something you don't normally see. Most of the hike videos we see, that's not wintertime. So that, oh boy, here we go. He's put this blankie on. Okay, so music, mood, and your daughter. I'm guessing it was your daughter. Yes or no? You can just nod on the voiceover. Yeah. Oh my God, that was so good. I mean, I was there. I felt like I was right there, and her voice was perfect with the music. Just fantastic job on that. Okay, enough of being nice to him. I I did like the choppy camera as we got up on the cliff, because that's how it is to get on a cliff like that. It's not an easy move. So I felt the rockiness was a good thing in that situation. So I like the shaky camera there. And I think if I had to bet anything, it was intentional. Then we see him hiking in the snow, and then the pan up to make us remind us that we're small. Nature's huge. That was an amazing moment. I mean, I was like riveted. It felt like a Paramount picture. Hopefully that's not insulting anybody. They do Star Trek Discovery. It's good. And then the match cut from texture, from nature to her hair as a transition. Are you kidding me? That was brilliant. Oh my gosh. And then you guys don't even know this yet. But then this next time you watch it, I want you to watch. We went from a shallow focus, which means it's just her hair is all we see and everything else is fuzzy on the screen, to everything goes into focus. And that's called, I'm losing it. Deep focus. And it was very deep, because what we were looking at is way far away. All of a sudden, she and everything came into focus. That's cinematography, people. I just want you to know that was amazing. Let's watch that again. I'll try to think of something to change. I'm working on it.
This is Alberta, Canada. I was born here. A country that is harsh in winter, but when summer arrives, it's magical. It's a hiker paradise with 2,619 hiking trails. This year, we did over 20 hikes, and here are our top 10 favorite hikes of 2021. Number 10. Troll Falls.
I'm just going to bring him up right away.
Hey guys,
Hi, Kone.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, very good. You're loud and clear.
Because I didn't know if my camera and microphone works. So
guess what? Mine didn't earlier.
By the way, here right now is minus 30 Fahrenheit, so it's really, really cold.
Pretty cool.
Quick story. My wife used to, we both worked on the railroad, and one time she was riding a cut of cars in Minnesota, and it was about minus 70. She blinked and her eyes froze shut.
Oh yeah.
So she had to stop. She had to stop, get off the railroad car, and breathe into her eyes just to melt the ice off her eyelids so she could open her eyes again. That's how cold it gets.
It just takes 2 minutes and your hands are frozen out there. So you really, really have to trust warm. And we have been having this cold snap for 4 weeks now. So if you think about hiking in summer at plus 107 degrees and you still see snow, I like that more.
I actually found something you really messed up on in this video. Are you ready? I thought of it the minute I said I couldn't think of anything. When she says magical, that's when you should have zoomed out from her and let the full deep focus come in when she says the word magical. I would have moved that piece of speaking there, because then they could feel what I was seeing when I'm looking for focus, right? I look for focus and the angle that a shot goes, but you really feel it if she says the word magical and then you panned back and saw the whole thing come into focus. I think that was the only thing I might have changed.
Yeah, I mean, I only had 3 hours to edit that.
You guys hear that? 2 hours. How much does it take me? Like 3 weeks?
6 days a week, and you don't have much time to edit, right? And when I have time to edit, it's limited, and then you still have to ask your daughter to do the voiceover, in which she, you have to match all the times together. Of course, if I wanted to redo it, I would make it better. But with the time limit, it's hard to
it was
do.
so good. The whole thing is constructive criticism. That's the only thing I've already changed on that first minute.
Okay.
I mean,
here's what we need. Sorry, go ahead.
No, real quick. How often have you posted a video and go back and look at it and go, oh man, I could have changed that and that and that. But,
Every single time.
At some
Every
point,
single
like,
time.
I'll just have to catch it on the next video.
Every time you post it and upload it, I said, man, I made a mistake here and there, and then it's too late. You uploaded it already.
Yeah.
Steve, it's not every time for you?
Almost.
Oh man, it's every time for me. I can't. I'm like Kone. I'm too much of a perfectionist. It drives me nuts when I go, how did I miss it? I watched it like 12 times.
What are y'all talking about? Are you saying that you put out a video and it's not perfect?
No. No video
I'd
is
never
perfect.
say that.
I do.
Weirdos.
I put out a lot of videos.
If the video is perfect, you'll get an Oscar for it, okay?
I think we need a video from Kone about his editing method, because you have found some sort of efficiency that I can't find. It takes me forever to do my editing. Okay,
I'm using DaVinci Resolve. It's a free software, and a lot of stuff you can automate it in DaVinci. Okay, some of the stuff, like the title, I reuse it every time. I just put the video in there, right? So it's easier. After a while, it's getting easier and easier because you're reusing stuff. All the special effects is all reused.
I gotcha. Yeah.
And you say you use DaVinci?
DaVinci Resolve, yeah, the free version.
Yeah. You say it's free?
It's free, yeah, but you need a powerful computer to do that, to use that, right?
Right.
At least 32 gigabyte of RAM.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
rendering slow.
It will render very slow and it will take forever. Right now, the video took only 4 minutes to render.
That's nice. 4 minutes to render. That's nice.
And you asked, Steve, you said, my camera. This is my camera that I use to shoot.
Is it? What is that? That an iPhone?
This is an Android phone. It's a Chinese phone, $300, and it does everything.
Kidding.
Yeah, Android is actually a Chinese word that means my phone is better than your phone.
No. But
and it's better than all the other boys in the yard.
Nowadays, all the phones, the camera are all good now.
Yeah, they're almost like buying a camera.
3 years ago, when I bought this phone and I made my first video with that, it was very shaky. But when they did the software upgrade to it, now it's really smooth. I actually holding it in my hand. I don't use a gimbal for that particular video. When I was hiking up to that cliff, I was holding it like that, zooming in, zooming out, and it was stabilized by the phone, not by anything else.
That's pretty awesome. That's awesome.
Doreen had a question, and I don't know if there's 4 of us here, and I don't know the answer to it. And it's, do we all have to fill out the tax form on YouTube, or only the ones that make a bunch of money? Does anybody know the answer to that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you don't have to unless you are getting an income. You don't have to claim anything.
Right.
That's the way taxes work normally.
Well,
in this country.
I'm pretty sure she made some money last year.
Yeah.
There's a threshold. Doreen,
I think it's like $600 or $300, but you have to ask your accountant.
Yeah, just make sure you know the threshold.
First off, this is a live stream, and it is now public that she's going to evade taxes. So,
you're asking for trouble, Steve Turtle.
The problem here with me in Canada, they take 30% right away from the income. So they deduct it right away from me.
Tax bracket.
What? I'll tell you what, it's beautiful up there in Canada, but man, it looks cold.
Hey, Canada was the hottest place on earth last July.
Oh, what, like one day?
No,
Wait,
4 weeks.
we just showed the desert in Arizona. Are you still going to stand by that?
It was 51 degrees Celsius last year. 51. How much? Let me see.
What's that mean?
Kone, is that a +1 phone? Is that the name of it? Is your phone plus one?
Guys, I don't want to mess us up too bad, but I want to go talk about the video some more.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Talk about that video.
When I'm
Fine,
editing,
you want to do the work thing.
if I add music into mine, a lot of times when I'm not talking, I've got the music here. And when I'm going to talk, I pull the music down and it's way down so that we can hear the talking clearly. And then I pull it back up. The volume of your music was such that I could hear it clearly all the way through. And the volume of the spoken word was such that I could hear it clearly all the way through. The two of them work so well together. Your levels are amazing on both of them.
Because DaVinci Resolve has an automation in there, you can mix your voiceover in your music and it all pick it out for you. So you don't have to do anything in DaVinci.
So I'm trying to give you a compliment and you're just telling me that it's the software.
It is the software. I mean, I can't take credit for something that is done by the computer.
Well, the computer did a great job then, and you configured it well.
Yeah, I just can't get video is one thing, it's what you see, but the music, it just makes you feel the video, and I love it. I think it's awesome.
That's what I try to do, finding the music. Actually, I find the music first before I edit my video. I want to show the emotion through the music.
Yeah.
And I add the video after.
Right.
Isn't that funny? I always do it the other way.
You can spend so much time looking for video that really fits the mood and drives the point home, especially if you time it to the video. It's a lot of work.
Yep.
I do it the exact opposite. I do the whole video, and of course the cuts are rough. Then I figure out what music, what emotion I want to bring with what I have, and then I make my cuts based on the music from that going forward. But it's interesting that we do it differently. I love that. I need to try it the other way and see how it goes. It's a great idea, Con. I've just never done it that way.
I didn't do it the other way either, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I love trying a new thing.
Because when it comes to music, I'm trying to find something that has a lot of emotion. If it's cinematic enough for that clip, because I want to show the wonders of Canada, right? The nature, how beautiful it is, and we as humans, we are very small, right? And
the pan up was great. I almost wish it got bigger. On that one scene, awesome. I love the pan up. I felt what you were trying to say there. It was so good. She did a great job filming that.
And it shows.
It shows get up there.
And it shows with the views. I mean, it's almost got 1,000 views already. So it's
lots of people who loves hiking. They love the video. Got a lot of comments, and even the tourism bureau gave me a comment.
Oh, okay.
They said, okay, because I was showing all the places here in Alberta, and usually people that don't come to Alberta for this kind of thing, they come here to work. We have a lot of oil and gas, right? But nobody's going hiking actually here. I wanted to showcase our province.
Yeah, he's at
because
1,200
people who come to Canada, they go to Vancouver, Toronto, Niagara Falls, right? But not many people coming to Alberta actually. But we have awesome places here.
Con, thank you so much for coming on and submitting a video, and really appreciate it. Love learning new things. Now I have to try moving into a scene, and now I have to try doing my music before I do my video. I just can't even imagine doing it that way, but now I've got to try it just to see how it turns out.
Well,
that's if I make a video, right, guys?
You have the music at first, right? And then you can actually cut it to the music.
Yeah, I always put it all up in my story first, then I put the music on, and then I cut it up to the music. So I'm going to try it the other way just once and see how it works out. That'll be fun. Thank you so much for being here.
No problem. Love to come on here.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, that was good. You guys like doing I kind of like having be able to talk to our people.
Well, that
I mean,
whole, zooming out and then the back of the head, is that a Ken Burns thing?
Nope.
Oh. All right.
Do you need me to do a video on Ken Burns?
Yeah, I don't even know who he is. My wife goes, "Hey, you don't know him?" And I go, "No, I don't know him." She goes, "Yeah, that's that guy that narrates all those movies." And I'm like, "What?"
Yep, he does that too.
Baseball, Civil War. Come on.
He plays baseball?
Oh my god.
He's a famous filmmaker. He's not just a oh my gosh.
Steve, you're old. You watch PBS.
All right, I gotta Google it. Hold on.
Oh, we'll wait.
I gotta go to the Googles.
I can't believe you've never looked up Ken Burns, or are you just playing with us? He's playing.
Me?
God dang it.
Me?
Yes. Oh, by the way, Doreen says she is her own accountant.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's like represent yourself in court.
Well, they say you have a client for an idiot. Wait, that's not right.
No, that's what Steve's accountant says. Because he doesn't know who Ken Burns is.
Doreen's about ready to go to jail. She's talking way too much information there. Don't you know Google's listening?
Everybody, thank you so much for coming to this show. This was a good way to do this. We may have to do these more. We'll have to see how our time went and how it all worked out. But please click that link at the top or grab that email address at the top of the chat and submit a video. We need a lot of them. Fit for Expedition, get in there. What is wrong with you, brother? You need to get in there and get us a video. Thrifty Angela, we'll take one, please. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I have a friend who used to sign off saying, you know what? I'm just going to pout. You don't need to hear what I was going to say.